Everyone, police are fired up over a new firearms policy at the New York State Fair. No guns allowed for off-duty cops. The move is part of an effort to tighten security that adds metal detectors right at the gates. As News Channel 9's Madison Moore tells us, police want answers as they question how safe the grounds will be.
When you go to the state fair, it's easy to see armed state police patrolling the grounds. What you often don't see are the off-duty officers who were also allowed to carry, until now.
I'm not sure why the state would not want off-duty police officers and or peace officers to be carrying a weapon for either self-defense or the defense of others.
Chief Kroll says carrying a weapon while off-duty is something officers are trained to do.
Really, a police officer is never off-duty, essentially. We always are subject to either being called in or may have to react in an emergency situation, especially in defense of ourselves or another. That is much, I guess, safer to do if you're armed.
Cicero Police Chief Steve Rotuno agrees. Now worried this new rule could put people's safety at risk.
Police officer, it's nature for them. They're going to react, especially in an active shooter. And now they're not going to have the proper equipment to react and, provide public safety.
When we reached out to the state fair, a spokesperson reiterated their long-standing policy of banning guns on grounds, saying the policy hasn't changed. The language on their website still offers an exemption for law enforcement officers without specifying on-duty versus off-duty. Chief Kroll fears this new policy will lead to fewer law enforcement participating in ceremonial events and attending law enforcement day.
And that's going to be a personal decision that each and every officer will need to make when they're considering their own safety and the safety of their family.
The Cicero police chief says he was told the fair will be installing a new weapons detection system right here at the front gates for this year's fair. While he says this new safety measure is positive, he doesn't think it should apply to off-duty officers. It's still unclear whether this new policy was created because of that weapons detection system. Christy?
Madison, thank you. Onondaga County Sheriff Gene Conway tells us the decision to restrict off-duty police officers from carrying handguns onto fair property while gun violence in all settings, to include mass gatherings, is at an all-time high, only makes these settings more dangerous for citizens, not less. Local law enforcement is hoping the governor's office will change the policy before the fair begins. We did reach out to the office. We have not heard back.